Oh, God, that's a good intro.
I know, right?
Good intro.
Yeah.
We have just finished on the kickoff. It was a tremendous episode. I thoroughly loved it. It's one of my favourite episodes of the kickoff ever.
We had a lot of fun.
And it's finished at Anfield, Liverpool 2, Man City 2. That
Incredible.
is a massive result, I think, for Liverpool.
I actually think for both teams that's a big result. City will be disappointed. I also think Liverpool will be disappointed to concede 2 in this game. They'll also be disappointed not to score 3.
Yeah, I think so. But the fact that Man City was so dominant for that first half, it was a mesmerising performance from them first half. I think they will feel like over the course of the 90, they should have probably done more.
Probably. I also think it shows that neither team is completely settled with where they are yet. It doesn't seem as if either side is really fully set in how they want to play this season. I think City were trying to impose their dominance, just didn't finish. They didn't really create enough to say, oh, that's the chance that should have been finished there. Mane with Liverpool also scored. Liverpool, Mane and Salah both scored chances from really tight angles where really they've expected the goalkeeper to do better.
Yeah, I think that's true. Do you know what, Loz? Looking at everything I can see, looking from the outside in at Liverpool,
Got to use your senses.
I've got one thing that I just need to say to you, and I can't understand it. And any Liverpool fan watching this, if you get in the comments, help me understand it.
Well, let me try.
Ready? Mohamed Salah. Sign him up. What is going on with his contract? How on earth can you have Mohamed Salah at your club and potentially lose him? Yeah, because that's the situation.
Oh, he's bouncing.
Oh,
no comments?
Yeah.
No comments?
You happy?
It's a very, very big loss for Liverpool to not win that game.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's a big bottle. It's a big bottle. Two times.
Is it?
You should have won the game.
Are you happy with the point?
2 times.
I'm happy with the point. Liverpool. You can't be happy with the point at home.
No, I'm not happy because of course
On the
I'm not
reflection
happy.
of the game, though, Liverpool will be happier. You were the better team.
We were the better
You
side,
were the better team, but didn't win the
because
game.
of moments of quality from Salah, for example, you're thinking, we're 2-1 down.
But
with 10 minutes
I'm
to go.
genuinely.
You're not built like one, but you're an acrobat, mate, mentally.
A mental accurate.
Yeah.
Just say whatever.
It's
No, but
unbelievable.
Booth, genuinely, when you're that good at Anfield and you
Yeah.
don't get the 3 points, is that not 2 points drop for you?
It's a tough one, mate. And for any City fan,
Look at the camera. If you can't see it, it can't see you.
Any City fan, we didn't win there for 18 years, so to get a 2-2 draw is not too bad.
Okay,
Right.
fair enough.
Mate,
Cheers,
cheers.
Booth.
That's good to work
Well
with
played.
you.
Good to see you. Good to work with you.
And off he goes.
Okay, so Boovy seems fairly happy, although I'm not sure how genuine that happiness can be. But back on what I was talking about a moment ago.
Good point.
Mohamed Salah.
Bam.
How on earth is Mohamed Salah not tied to Liverpool for the long haul?
We don't know yet. It's very confusing amongst the fan base. There was a similar thing with Jordan Henderson. There's a similar thing with when long-term...
Incomparable though, isn't it? In terms of the skill of the player,
I
incomparable.
get that. And a lot of people have run the analytics and said, Mohamed Salah is worth 500k a week. And I do agree. It's whether Liverpool's analytics team go, can we replace that? It actually seems like if you run the numbers, you can't do that. So if we're going on Liverpool's rules here, I know you often say you don't want to look at stats, but the point is Liverpool are going on stats. They do go on analytics. They do look at how a player
I
plugs
kind
into
of
the
do
team.
want to go on stats with this one.
Oh, really?
Mohamed Salah's stats.
Mohamed stats.
Mohamed
That's what
Salah's
it is.
stats are amazing, and
Yes.
Liverpool are in a situation where they may allow him to leave.
Well, the thing is, I think Liverpool often do push contracts right to the end. There's a worrying trend there with FSG, where FSG have also, from the Boston Red Sox, let Mookie Betts go. Best player in MLB. To an extent, but he definitely was. And he was a player that the Red Sox fans loved. They thought that he was going to be there and that they were settling him for another, possible decade of him. And then they went, no, we'll trade him. It was a bad decision. And I think letting someone like that go, it's even worse
Maybe
when that
that would be
player
the
feels
warning
like they're at
sign
the
for
peak.
Salah then. Maybe that would be the warning sign. If they've made it, I don't know enough about that
Well,
situation.
the thing was,
but-
they really went out there and in the press briefed that they thought it was the correct decision. They managed to get like the Boston Globe to say things, a couple of local journalists to basically go, Mookie wanted out, blah, blah, blah. So I do worry that if it doesn't go the way that Liverpool want it to, they're either going to have to let him go on a free, because I don't think, well, the point is I actually think they'll get the contract signed, but if they don't, it's about letting him go on a free and getting the most value out of him. Because if you sell him a year before his contract ends, realistically, you're not going to get the most value
you want
there.
the goals
So
as
what you
well.
want is the goals and the finish, and then let that contract run out. So,
But today, what
massive
goal?
difference.
I mean, the goal that he
Incredible
scored today,
goal,
I think if anyone in the Liverpool boardroom is on the fence about offering Salah the money that he clearly deserves and clearly can command, if they're on the fence, today's goal, watching that goal, the way that he scored, there isn't another player in the Premier League that does that.
at the moment, yeah, I think...
Right foot, liberty taker.
And to add to that as well, I think there are a lot of people in the Liverpool dressing room that probably go, yeah, break the wage structure for him. Because also, I think if you're a Liverpool player and you're looking at him, and I know that Virgil van Dijk might be watching that and thinking, well, I'm pretty valuable, because he is. Should that be matched? I also think Liverpool are probably trying to make it so their wage structure goes for as long as possible before they have to then spend more cash. So they're probably going, look, we will sign this guy up in 6 months or whatever, and then we can change Virgil van Dijk's contract, all these kind of things. But I imagine a lot of guys also go, well, I'm not going to win anything without Salah and X here, so sign that contract.
I just thought Mohamed Salah deserves. I think he deserves anything.
Incredible.
I think he deserves anything. So it was an amazing goal from him today.
Really
and
amazing.
the
City
way,
were good.
City were good. City was
Controlled
so
it.
good.
They completely strangled Liverpool,
Yeah,
which
first
Liverpool aren't
half.
really used to. They couldn't even get out their own half at one point. I think
Phil Foden on James Milner was the tactic from Guardiola, wasn't it?
So here's the concern for Klopp that has happened more recently. Liverpool got to manage their own game against Brentford, and I could see that Klopp was kind of enjoying it, but also getting a bit frustrated with the fact that Liverpool basically went, right, goal for goal, let's see what happens. In this game, Henderson and maybe Milner, they got sucked into playing the emotional game with City. There was a lot of times where Henderson went to kick a ball, slightly missed it, went to do something, slightly missed it, charged in. Milner obviously the same. It completely took away from that right-hand side of the pitch.
Milner lucky to stay on the pitch, you think?
But then, I mean, in this game as well, I think he's so wily. There's a lot of subtle things that he does where if we watch it in very slow motion on the replay, we go, terrible foul. The referee in real time goes, clashing, coming together, whatever, one more. And that's how he stays on the edge.
I think Klopp realised that because Klopp subbed him, and I think that was to protect him.
Well, that was also because Guardiola had gone over to the side and made that point.
Well,
and gone a bit
Guardiola went
mental over
wild,
it.
yeah.
And he was told to calm down. And
When
obviously
the
that's
one
a
where
common phrase.
Milner stuck his leg out and Bernardo Silva basically had to do a half somersault.
Yeah.
That sent Guardiola crazy.
Yeah, and that was very close to the technical area as well, I think. He might have been on the other side of the pitch, I can't remember. But the point is that with that, Liverpool played it very much on the edge, which is where Klopp wants them to play at the moment and those kind of things. The worrying thing is, we started the season, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mo Salah, Harvey Elliott. That was such a great triangle of players where it was producing so much more. Sometimes Trent was going into that the half space between the midfield and the wing back where Kevin De Bruyne operates. It was lovely. It gave Mo Salah a lot more space. We saw Mo Salah able to run at the defence today, but he's not able to expand it and like stretch it out as much with James Milner there because people aren't as worried about him. And the same with Jordan Henderson. He drifts a bit much sometimes. So you actually saw where Liverpool got the joy was swap Mane and Salah and drop Salah a little bit deeper. When they changed their formation, they became a lot less blunt.
Yeah.
It was really impressive.
Phil Foden scored a blinder.
He seems to love playing against Liverpool at Anfield.
Did very well.
But I mean, we say that. There's one game where they had no back line, and then this game where
Scored a good goal today.
Yeah, it was a great finish. And there's nothing to take away from Phil Foden. Also, the one thing I think is if you concede a good goal, like a goal where you go fair play, don't moan about it.
Well, I suppose one of the goals that you conceded today, one of them was a peach.
The second one.
One of them was a peach from Phil Foden, and the other one was deflected in, really.
It was the deflection because
Kevin De Bruyne.
That's part of that Matip keeping his hands behind his back sort of thing. Actually, I think Alisson had it.
I think he did.
If it doesn't touch Matip, Alisson at least has a try.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating to see that because 2 great goals from Liverpool and 1 goal bundled in.
So we enter the international break.
Who deserved it? Really?
We enter. Wait, the man of the match, by the way, they've given out 2 men of the match.
It was Mo Salah, but yeah.
They've given out 2. The man of the match, can you believe it, was Bernardo Silva, and he didn't get it. I can't believe it. Bernardo Silva was clearly the man of the match. He was amazing. He was amazing.
He was good.
He was amazing.
He was good.
But look, let's look at Liverpool generally. You're going into the international break now, second in the league, unbeaten.
Yeah.
Happy?
Yeah, the unbeaten thing doesn't seem to mean a lot to us, I don't think. I think very often that can get a bit over-egged.
Well, the unbeaten was massive, man.
Yeah, I know, but it feels more bigger to other people than it does to Liverpool.
I find the unbeaten thing so intimidating.
It contributes a lot to our image.
Hi, mate. Sorry, I'll be finished in 1 minute.
It contributes a lot to our... It contributes a lot... Is this the first time you've been on Rory's channel in a post-match review?
I don't know.
Oh, is it?
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good. What we saying?
We were just saying how I think the unbeaten run means a lot more to other people in terms of our image. At Liverpool, we basically go, look, if we lose, we think Jurgen Klopp can always turn it around.
Yeah.
So it contributes a lot more to the image of Liverpool.
I think the unbeaten thing's massive.
No, I think it's reminding people though. It's erasing last season's memories and it's going, they're doing it again.
I'll edit that out as well.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What we got, like 20% of the way through the season already,
Exactly.
0 defeats.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's significant because it's even if you don't necessarily put that much stock in it because you're about accruing the points,
I'm Liverpool.
for everyone else looking at it, it's intimidating.
Oh, absolutely, that's the way I look at it.
It's massive.
And the fact that you got out of today without losing after that first half where you didn't turn up, even though you were in the lead twice, I think that shows mental resilience.
Liverpool at panic.
The way Klopp sent them out was like
Brilliant,
Yeah, it was like We were up because Chelsea didn't do that.
No, I know.
They didn't respond after half time.
We couldn't. They were too good for a City,
Yeah.
whereas Liverpool really took the fight back.
And that's why when Pep was celebrating, I think it showed the desperation. I think he was thinking, if we lose back-to-back games to PSG and Liverpool.
Yeah, especially off the back of losing in Europe, losing to Liverpool, it would be a bit of a signifier. So this is big. I'm going to need a new thumbnail. Appreciate that.
No.
I'm going to need a new.
He's
thumbnail.
going to need a new thumbnail.
Thank you, Mr. Chu Geordie. Don't worry, I'll tag you. You might get some subs.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Luz. Thank you.
Really good. Oh, you want to go
I
for
went for the high five. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody for watching. Really do appreciate it. If you've enjoyed it, give it a like. Please click subscribe, and I will see you all on the next video. We're out.